There it is.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. In the early 90s, if you said anything about stop-motion animation, one's mind would stray to images of Frosty, Rudolph, and Old St. Nick from the classic TV specials. But in 1992, the world got its first look at a darker kind of stop-motion movie. It's a wonder this movie even got off the ground to begin with, given its more than humble backstory. It all started in the early 80s, with a customer strolling down the seasonal aisle at a local store, as employees rushed to box up unsold Halloween costumes, candies, and other treats and replace them with their Christmas equivalents. The sight sparked Burton's imagination and scribbled down some thoughts on the issue, and thus a poem was brought into our world entitled The Nightmare Before Christmas, that took inspiration from TV specials like Rudolph and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which sites are completely represented in the film. The story starts in Halloween Town. After another successful Halloween, the Pumpkin King, Jack Skellington, arrives home to celebrate another great night with the town's inhabitants, including a representation of the Universal monsters, vampires, mummies, a wolfman, a creature from the Black Lagoon, and Dr. Finkelstein, who sounds like Frankenstein but he looks like the monster, and generic creatures like clowns, a devil, talking trees, zombies, and a mayor who is a two-faced politician and some might say the scariest of the bunch.
I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself.
We soon find out, like most people in life, Jack isn't happy with his job and is looking for more, and an all-night walking session through a forest leads him exactly to what he's looking for. And in case you're curious, this was the hardest shot in the movie to set up, because the audience sees a perfect reflection of the forest in the doorknob, without the reflection of the camera being seen. So after a quick trip into one of the trees, ironically enough with the tree on it, he returns to Halloween Town and tells them of the new holiday he's discovered, Christmas.
Here! Let me show you.
I am a little disappointed with the writers that they never exactly explain how Jack, who got to Christmas Town through a tree, gets back to Halloween Town. The logic just isn't there, although I'm sure they'd smack me in the face for asking such a question. But seriously, how does he get all that stuff back to Halloween Town? The worst part about it too is that later they explain how Jack gets from the real world to Halloween Town. So what's the deal? Nevertheless, Jack learns about all the stories, songs, and traditions that go along with Christmas, and he's left mystified, looking for a way to understand the holiday.
There's got to be a logical way to explain this Christmas thing.
He goes about it scientifically, with some shocking results. Finally, Jack decides that he's just going to move in on the holiday and claim it for himself, and let Sandy Claus take the holiday off.
Consider this a vacation, Sandy. A reward. It's your turn to take it easy.
Since the film's release, it not only has had a cult following, but Jack Skellington himself has made brief cameo appearances in films like James and the Giant Peach, another Disney production which they just recycled the same figure from Nightmare and dressed him like a pirate.
How could they?
And is seen referencing in TV shows like Tiny Toons and Robot Chicken, along with the CollegeHumor.com web series. For a time, in 2001, there was talk of making a sequel to the film, where Jack goes off to Thanksgiving Town or something like that. But Tim Burton talked Disney out of doing this because he didn't want the story to be watered down like that, just to take on another holiday. Disney, however, did continue the storyline with the 2005 video game Oogie's Revenge, with Burton on hand for story development.
Well, well, if it isn't the three little pranksters again. You're not still working for Oogie, are you?
We're not working, we're playing!
And winning! Another round, Jack? As if you had a choice!
As of 2009, talks resumed on adding another film sequel to the series. Nothing has been done of yet, but keep in mind, the original film's production took over 100 people over 3 years to stop motion animate the more than 4,600 individual shots to produce the actual film. Granted, with today's technology, it wouldn't be a surprise to see the flick rolled out sooner. But then again, Burton might go back to the techniques used for the original, and fans would be waiting another 3 years.